With the FPL template going this year very strong, we would like to find some cheeky differentials that can skyrocket our ranks. We will of course have our template players like Saka, Haaland, Oro or Foden, Son, Palmer, Watkins, etc. But we need to find those differentials that can boost your rank and edge us over the other players. Today I'm going to do a full team selection of differential players. The rules are simple. We're going to pick players only 10% or less owned, so that can boost your rank massively. We are going to just avoid anyone else, and I believe we're going to have a lot of fun. If you like this kind of concept and want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel at the end of the video, like the video, write down a comment if you think I'm missing a differential or who is going to be your differential pick for Gameweek 30. And now without further ado, let's dive in. First, we're going to open the fixture list. This is the fixture list for the upcoming week. And now we're going to go to clean our squad. And we're going to go position by position. We're going to pick the two goalkeepers as an option. You can differentiate between them. We're going to pick our defense, then midfield, and at the end we're going to focus on the forwards. Let's start by goalkeepers and team selected by. Immediately we're going to just remove 7 goalkeepers from the equation, as we are bound to pick our differential picks here. Looking at the fixtures, a good goalkeeper would be the Fulham goalkeeper, a good goalkeeper will be the Bournemouth goalkeeper, the Chelsea goalkeeper or defender, Palace maybe, and I believe that's it. Maybe the Liverpool one, as Brighton tend to miss a lot of chances as well. So let's dive into it. So Bournemouth, Chelsea, Palace, Fulham, Spurs, Liverpool. So Chelsea, no Fulham, he's too highly owned. Chelsea, I wouldn't pick their goalkeeper, as at the moment Sanchez is getting into back to fitness and he's most likely going to start pretty soon, so I'm avoiding him. Palace, I'm not sure if Henderson or who was the other guy? No, it wasn't Vicario, it was Johnston are going to start. Vicario is a pretty interesting option as they face Luton. Luton have been scoring a lot of goals, but Vicario is picking some good points, like he is on 89 points. It's not much, and they've kept only 2 clean sheets in a while, so maybe I will avoid him and I will go to someone else. Neto springs into mind, and in my opinion against Everton is a pretty great shout out, and after that it's Palace and Luton, so we have options there. So the first goalkeeper in is going to be Neto. And I want to give a great shout out to Kelleher here, as he's going to be my second goalkeeper of choice, as he's going to start when Alisson returns, he's going straight back to the bench. But for now, he's a starting Liverpool defender for 3.8, so that's an okay number. And Neto with 4.7. Everton and Brighton as fixtures. I don't like Chelsea, Palace, Fulham, Spurs. No, it's not for me. So Neto and Kelleher, pretty ideal. Let's go now to defense, as the goalkeeper's choice was pretty easy. Going into the defenders, there are a lot of options, and I immediately see my first option. It's going to be Udogie. I cannot imagine me going without a Spurs fullback at the moment with fixture against Luton. I know Luton are scoring goals, but Spurs are scoring as well. Then it's a West Ham fixture, and then it's a Nottingham Forest one. So even if you get a Spurs defender right now, it's going to be a great purchase. Next up, going down into the list, Schär, Ake no, Trent no at the moment. Gusto is the immediate next pick. Going with him, so 4.2 player. With Chelsea not keeping a lot of clean sheets, to be perfectly honest. The last time they kept one is in 21. But he is on the attacking returns of some potential, like Brentford, Crystal Palace, before that again Crystal Palace, so he enjoys playing against weaker to say sides, and I believe he can do a lot of damage. Last time when he faced Luton it was 3-0, so Gusto is right back into the squad. Next up we have Ruben Dias, Bradley. I know Bournemouth are scoring goals, but Everton for sure know how to keep a clean sheet. So Brentwaite is another defender that is coming into the frame. 6% owned, and he's having an okay fixture on Bournemouth, Newcastle, Burnley. It's not hard for the next 3 fixtures, so I'm going to rely on him here in the differential draft as well. Next, I would like most probably to pick Manchester United defender, and Diogo Dalot has played amazingly well for them. I know it's Brentford, Chelsea and Liverpool. It's hard to justify that pick at the moment. Let's not do it immediately. Going up next, I want to check a defender from Palace, and he's called Munoz, and he is so low owned that I can immediately pick him. He goes into the frame as well, so we have our fourth defender. And next up, we want to pick a player we have from Chelsea, we have from Bournemouth, we have from Palace, we don't have from Fulham. So Anthony Robinson is immediately going into the frame, and that's a pretty differential defense, and that looks like almost as my wildcard defense, if I'm not mistaken. Like if I swap Udogie with Walker, I believe that was my wildcard defense. And so yeah, it's a good defense with Robinson playing against Sheffield, Munoz, Brentwaite, Gusto. You can hardly invest in Fulham. The issue is if you own Leno already and you buy Robinson for 2 away fixtures, it can get a little bit tricky. But for sure, for sure, those 5 defenders do the job perfectly well. Next up, we have to jump into midfielders. We're going fairly quickly from into that draft. I believe that I've selected 7 players so fast, and I've done it in negative time basically. So yeah, let's keep going. I immediately see a potential player here. It's going to be Garnacho, most probably. He has been playing really well in the Cups, in the Prem. He has been performing really well, as I already mentioned. Bruno Fernandes is on penalties sometimes. Rashford is on them as well. He has 2 assists, so he's in a pretty good form at the moment. Like he has in 7 games 5 returns, which is not a bad number, and for under 9% he is a really solid player, but for that price it's a little bit tricky. I'm going for Garnacho. You see here is Luis Diaz. I just don't like how he performs, and I'm not going to pick him. Pascal Gross, the fixture for Brighton is not good. For Manchester United it's Brentford, and Garnacho is going to attack the wings, and they're playing only 3 at the back, so they're going to be 3 forwards against 3 defenders, so it's going to be tricky for Brentford for sure. So Garnacho is the first name in. Next up is going to be most probably Raheem Sterling. I know he's a very hard differential to pick. Okay, here we have the fixtures and we can see them easily. But it's Burnley, and I believe he is going to start. Looking at their lineup, let's go and see Chelsea. Okay, here the women are playing, so I'm not going to mistake that. Here he missed a pen, but then he made a good assist for Palmer against Newcastle. Did he start? I don't remember. Yeah, he started. Enzo has some slight injury problems here. It was without him, so they had a lot of midfielders there and Cole Palmer in attack, so it's a little bit tricky to decide here. Should I go or should I not go for him? But let's pick him. I know it's a little bit of a strange of a pick, but yeah, let's go for him. Sterling. Next up, here I believe Richarlison is going back into the lineup immediately, and Son and Maddison being so highly owned, I want to own a Spurs midfielder, and Richarlison fits the bill. Without him, they are not performing particularly well. I know that when he played recently, he hadn't performed really well, especially with Son back, but I believe that he is going back straight into the lineup, and Richarlison is going to be selected here. Ward-Prowse, they have a game against Newcastle, so I'm not too interested. Liverpool midfielders, not a bunch. I'm going to go for Eze immediately. He's a very great shout out for a player to go for. In any ways, like I forgot about him, but he is soon having a double up. I know it's against West Ham and who was the other team? Newcastle. So it's not ideal, but it's still a double up for a penalty taker, as it fits the bill perfectly here. And we need to find one last midfielder who is going to have an okay fixture this week. No. Let's think about it. So Spurs we own, Chelsea we got, Palace we got, Spurs we got, Fulham I'm not too tempted, Villa no, United, okay, so we have Chelsea, Spurs, and Palace. Okay, we don't have Bournemouth, I'm not too tempted. It's a pretty tricky one to decide. Let's see someone in good form. Like Paqueta, Grealish, Tavernier, no, Caicedo, no, Barnes, no. It's getting trickier and trickier going down into the frame, so we have to think strongly about it. Did Iwobi perform away? Yes, he did. 2 games in a row. So I'm going to rely on Iwobi. I know it's a little bit risky, but who cares? It's a differential pick. And he has been performing really well. He has been scoring away from home regularly, and he has been performing really well. So yeah, I might be tempted to pick him, and I'm going to pick him. With the rest of the players, it's becoming harder and harder to just pick a differential player. Ward-Prowse is such, but he's not a regular starter anymore. From Arsenal, I don't like Rice so much, so I can pick him. Bailey is a strong option, by the way, and they face Wolves, so yeah, I'm going to replace Iwobi and just I'm going to place in Bailey. I believe he is more of a regular scorer, so yeah, I'm picking him there. And finally, we're going to go to the forward line, and we're scratching so many good forwards like Haaland, Watkins, Suwanke, Darwin, Isaac, Tony, Morris, they're all gone. So we now need to focus on other good players. And for this week, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for sure. Jackson is a strong shout out, as he has been scoring some goals. He has been getting used to the Prem. So against Burnley at home, he can do some damage. So Jackson is into the frame. I know it's not a great decision, but still I'm going to pick him. Muniz, after the performance against Spurs, is immediately in. So this is a pretty quick forward line build up. And now we need to find our third and final option. And I believe I already know who is going to be. And spoiler alert, it's not going to be Werner, it's going to be Højlund. He's still so low owned, and against Brentford I believe that he can do some damage. He has been performing amazingly well before the injury, so I believe that he can perform amazingly well right now. So yeah guys, this is it. We have our differential draft. It's really strong picks like Eze, Richarlison, Højlund, Jackson. Yeah, it's Sterling, Garnacho. We're having proper players. I hope you enjoy such type of videos. I am enjoying them as well. I will be taking something from this team to include into mine because I'm soon to wildcard, and if I wildcard I will get the template players, and now it's a great time to just attack some differentials for a short period. I would highly recommend Eze, Højlund, and most probably Garnacho. They are amazing in defense. Gw30 is my favorite, Muniz as well. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident with this lineup. We have a lot of teams included here. If you agree with me, or even if you don't and want to see some different opinions from yours, just subscribe to the channel. All of your help is much appreciated. 700 subscribers by the end of the season is my goal, so let's reach it together. Like the video, write down a comment, but for now guys, I'll be heading out. Bye!